Very good morning, students. For this lecturing video session, I am going to give an introduction about the next chapter of Unit 2, which is projections of plane surfaces. What do you mean by plane surfaces? A plane or plane surfaces has two dimensions, length and breadth, with negligible thickness. So, for an example, assume this is a square plane where it has the length and breadth, and assume the thickness of this object is negligible, right. So, the various shapes of the plane surfaces are, this is rectangle, isn't it? So, this is a rectangle, this is the plane surface, this is the plane surface. These are sides or edges. This is side or edge, 4 edges or 4 sides. What about this? These are corners, these are corners. So, this is a rectangle shape and this is square plane where this is the plane surface. These are edges or sides and these are corners. This is a triangle, equilateral triangle plane. This is the plane surface. These are sides or edges. The other name of side is edge. These are edges and these are corners. The polyhedral shape, this is, what is this? It's a pentagon. Pentagon has 5 sides. So, rectangle and the square has 4 sides. Whereas pentagon has 5 sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, these are sides or edges, these are corners. And this is again a polyhedral shape which is hexagon. Hexagon has 6 sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are sides or edges. And what about this? These are corners. This is a circular lamina, the circular surface. This is the surface of the object. Object is a circular one, and it doesn't have any edges. These are circumference points. This is circumference of the circle, right? So, these are, it's made up of n number of points. That is a circumference points, right? So, the other name of plane is plate or lamina. The other name of plane surface is plate or lamina. So, it has, the plane surfaces has various positions of plane surfaces. So, various positions of plane surfaces in space. We have 6 various conditions. The surface of the plane is kept perpendicular. Plane is perpendicular to HP and parallel to VP. Condition number 1. Second condition, the surface of the plane is kept perpendicular to VP and parallel to HP. The third condition, the surface of the plane is kept perpendicular to both HP and VP. And the fourth condition is the surface of the plane is kept inclined to HP and perpendicular to VP. The fifth condition is the surface of the plane is kept inclined to VP and perpendicular to HP. The last condition is the surface of the plane is kept inclined to both HP and VP. So these are the 6 various positions of plane surfaces. Right. I am going to give an example for each positions. Starts with plane is the surface of the plane is kept perpendicular to HP and parallel to VP. The first condition. So let me just take the object of square to draw the projections, that is front view and top view, right. You all know that this particular object is kept in the first quadrant. So the projection method followed is nothing but the first angle projection. So remember it. So as far as our syllabus is concerned, the object will be always placed in quadrant 1. So here the object is a square plane. Assume the board as the VP and the ground as the horizontal plane. So VP and HP. Here the plane is perpendicular to HP and parallel to VP. Remember it, when the plane surface is parallel to any one of the plane, you will get the true shape. What about true shape? True shape is nothing but the object size or the shape, the shape of the object. Here the shape of the object is a square. So when the object is parallel to any one of the plane, you will get the true shape of the object. Here the true shape is square. So assume this is VP and ground as the horizontal plane. Here the condition is parallel. So now the object is parallel to, the object is nothing but the square. Square is parallel to VP and it is perpendicular. It is perpendicular, the 90 degree with HP. So where you could see the true shape of this object, that is a square, where you will get it looking from the front or looking from the top. So when you look at from the front of this particular object, this image will be captured or obtained on VP. Therefore, the true shape will be obtained on the VP. So the first condition, this is the reference line or ground line. Above reference line is VP and below is HP. The object is placed in this manner. When you look at from the front, you could see the true shape of the object. The size of the, let's assume the size of the square is, or the side of the square is 30 mm. This is just for an assumption only, I am just telling you. So now the object is in this manner. So let me just draw the true shape of this object. The object is square of side 30. So 30, 30, 30 and 30. Fine. So let me just draw dark edges, these outlines. You should not even overwrite anywhere. It should be single line. And I am going to give the naming for this. All the corners I am going to give the naming. So it starts with here A dash. Dash represents the front view, right? A dash, B dash, C dash and D dash. When you look at from the front, you could see all the 4 sides of this object, right? I have named this as A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash. Then what about its top view? You should look at the object perpendicular to this plane surface, right? So now project this line till it intersects the XY line, that is a reference line. When I look at from the top, I could see the line because here the thickness is negligible, isn't it? So draw a thick line. When you look at from the top, that means top, this I named as A, B, C, D, right? When I look at from the top, I could see D and C, right? From the top, I could see D and C. Therefore, this can be named as D and this corner named as C. Then what about A and B? A and B is here. A is here, B is here, C is here, D is here. When I look at from the top, I could see D and C, which I captured here. Then what about A and B? A is right behind D. So D is here in the top, A is here. I cannot see this, right? So this point A and B are invisible. So invisible things, corners are invisible corners. A and B needs to be captured within the bracket. So this could be A and this could be B. So invisible corners to be captured within the bracket, right? So this satisfies the first condition where the plane surface is kept perpendicular to HP and parallel to VP, right? So let me just move to the second condition. Second condition, where it says the surface of the plane is kept perpendicular to VP and parallel to HP. So condition number 2. So XY line, XY, above XY VP, below XY HP. Second condition, what did I tell you? When the object is parallel to any one of the plane, you could see the true shape of the object. The true shape is a square, right? Here, look at here. Here the object is parallel to HP and perpendicular to VP. Parallel means this is the ground is the horizontal plane, right? When I keep the object in this manner, this surface, this plane surface, the square is parallel to HP, right? Now it is parallel to HP and look at here, it makes 90 degree with VP. Therefore, it is perpendicular to VP. The first condition was in this manner. The plane surface was parallel to VP and perpendicular to HP. Second condition, parallel to HP. So the surface should be, the plane surface should be kept in this position so that the plane is parallel to HP and it makes 90 degree with VP, where you will get the true shape of the object, looking from the front or looking from the top. So looking from the front, you could see only the line. When you look at from the top, I could see the true shape. So where you will get the true shape, from there you will have to start the diagram. So here, as far as this condition is concerned, when I look at from the top, I could see the square shape. That's a plane surface, right, on HP. So I have to start the diagram on HP of dimension 30 side. So let me just start with 30 and 30 and 30, right? So a square is formed. I am going to give the naming for this: A, B, C, D. Therefore, A is here, B, C and D. A, B, C, D. This is the top view of the object. What about its front view? Let me just project this corner till it intersects the XY line, that is reference line. When you look at from the front, you could see a straight line, right? Now connect it. When you look at from here, what are the corners are visible? You are looking from here, you could see A and B, right? So this can be named as A dash and this can be named as B dash. What about point the corners C and D? C is right behind B and D is right behind A. Therefore, D and C are invisible. invisible corner should be captured within the bracket. So D dash within the bracket, and what about C? C dash within the bracket. So this is the top view where you will get the true shape of the object and a straight line on the XY line. It satisfies the condition number 2. The surface of the plane is perpendicular to VP and parallel to HP. Remember it, when the surface is parallel to any of the plane, you will see the true shape of the object. Then the condition number 3, the plane surface is kept perpendicular to both HP and VP. Third condition. If I keep the object in this manner, it is parallel to VP and perpendicular to HP. If I keep the object in this manner, the surface is parallel to HP and perpendicular, this is 90 degree with VP. So if I want to satisfy this condition, the perpendicular to both HP and VP, in that scenario, how the object needs to be kept. If I keep in this manner, look at here, it is making 90 degree with HP and 90 degree with VP. So this is the position for condition number 3, where the surface of the plane is kept perpendicular to both HP and VP. So in the scenario, where you will see the true shape of the object. So look at from the side only, you will see the true shape of the object. Here, since it's the orthographic, main importance is given for the top view and the front view, right? This is X, Y, that is the reference line. Above reference line VP, below is HP. Here the dimension of this square is 30 mm, right? So when you looking from the front, you could see a line. When I look at from the top also, you could see a straight line. So you just give this naming for this. Suppose this is the object, right? Giving the naming A, B, C, D. So A, B, C, D. When you look at from the front, you could see a line. So A is here. So this could be A dash, and this corner is named as B dash. What about C? C is right behind B, therefore C dash within the bracket, What about D? D is right behind A, therefore D is invisible. When I look at from the top, that means from here, I am looking from the object orthogonal to this object, extend it. So size of 30 mm. So size of 30 mm. What are the corners are visible when I look at from the top? I have given the naming for here A, B, C, D. When you look at from the top, I could see C and B, right? The B is here and C is here, right? So what about A? A is right behind B, so which is invisible, and the point D, which is right behind C, so D is invisible, right? So as far as front view and top view is concerned, both you could see the straight line. So when you look at from the top, you could see B and C as thick line, and A and D, which is invisible, that is right behind the object, right? So this satisfies the condition number 3. So let me just move to condition number 4. What it says, the plane surface, the surface of the plane is kept inclined to HP and perpendicular to VP. Here the condition is inclined to one of the plane, right? So if I keep the object in this manner, it is parallel to HP and perpendicular to VP. If I keep the object in this manner, it is parallel to VP and perpendicular to HP. If I keep the objects in this manner, it is perpendicular to both HP and VP. See, when the object is inclined to any one of the plane, the projection cannot be drawn in a single step. So, two steps needs to be drawn. That means simple position method. So, suppose this is the position which satisfies here. That is, plane is inclined. Look at here. It is making some inclination with HP, right, and perpendicular to VP. Can you see the true shape of this object? What did I tell you? You will have to start the diagram with drawing the true shape of the object. In which view you could see the true shape? None of the, neither side view nor top nor front view you could see the true shape. In that scenario, first you will have to start with where it is resting. It is inclined in this manner, right? The surface should be parallel to any one of the plane, then only you will see the true shape. So if this theta becomes 0, it would be like this. So now the plane surface is parallel to HP. So you could see the true shape on HP. You can start from there. So two stages would be there. So X, Y, VP, HP. The first step could be symbol position, which is nothing but it is resting on any one of the plane. Stage 2 is the surface inclination. Right. Here, as far as condition number 4 is concerned, this surface is inclined with HP, right? So the inclination would reflect here, right? So where to start? This is a simple position, that is simple resting. This is the position. When I look at from the top, I could observe the true shape of the object. So let me just draw of size 30 mm. This is the size of the object. Let me just give the name A, B, C, D. Therefore, this could be A, this could be B, this could be C, this could be D. Let me just project it till it intersects the XY line. When you look at from the top, front of this object that is perpendicular to this object, you could see a line. Isn't it? When you look at from here, what are the corners would be visible? A and B are visible. A dash and B dash are visible. What about C and D? Both are invisible, isn't it? So C is right behind B, therefore C within the brackets. D is right behind A, therefore D is invisible. Right. Now the object is in this position. Now it's just lifting at an angle of theta. So now how the V would be absorbed as far as front view is concerned? When you look at from here, you could see an inclined line, right? An inclined line. So this is what. If you could see, this is how it is positioned, because I am considering C and B is resting on the HP. So this is how it is resting. So it's making some inclination with HP, right? So take some angle, that is, assume theta is equal to 30. Keep your protector in this manner. Take 30 degree, draw a line, thin line. Now measure the distance between A and B. B is here, cut an arc. So remove or wipe off the unwanted lines. So this could be B1 dash and C1 dash. What about the topmost portion? Here it is. A1 dash and D1 dash. Draw a thick line. Because the C and B are resting, because I consider A, B, C, D when I tilt it at an angle of 30 degree, B and C are resting on HP, these are on the space. So this is what? So this is the angle theta. This is the angle theta. Then what about its top view? Simply project this line vertically downwards, and this horizontally you just project it. When an object is inclined certain angle, when you look at from the top, you could see the true shape or enlarged shape or reduced shape. When the particular object is tilted, when I look at from the top, I could see a skewed shape of this square, right? Skewed shape of the object. It might not be a square, it may be a rectangle, right? So before drawing this square, so this is what the projection, right? Now need to give the naming for this. Look at here, A is here, you just see the intersection point. A here, where is A? A is intersecting here, therefore this can be named as A1. B is here, B are intersecting here, this can be named as B1. C is here, C and C are intersecting here, therefore this is C1. D is here, D and D are intersecting here, this is D1. So this is the final top view when the surface is inclined certain angle with HP. Right. Now let me move to the next condition. What it says? It says the plane is inclined to VP. Plane is inclined to VP and perpendicular to HP. So in the fourth condition, what did I tell you? I cannot draw the true shape when the object is inclined to any one of the plane. Initially it was in this manner, right, for fourth condition. Here the fifth condition, the object, if I keep the object in this manner, it is parallel to VP and perpendicular to, it is making 90 degree with HP. If I keep this object in this manner, if I keep the object in this manner, now it is making some inclination with VP and perpendicular to HP. So initially you will have to keep the object. This pi, I am going to remove the angle, that means 0, in order to get the true shape of the object. If I keep this object, now it is parallel to VP, therefore this true shape can be obtained, that is true shape is obtained on VP, right. I taught you that when the object is inclined to any one of the plane, it should be with two stages. First stage is simple position or simple resting. So now the object is in this manner, later it would be tilted with an angle of pi, right. So the object would be in this manner. Let me just give the naming A, B, C, D. So therefore this could be my A dash, B dash, C dash and D dash. Project these lines till it intersect the XY line, and when you look at from the top, you could see a straight line. And when you look at from the top, what are the points are visible? I have given the naming for A, B, C, D. When you look at from the top, I could see D and C, right? So this can be D and this can be C. What about A and B? A is right behind D, therefore A is invisible. B is right behind C, therefore B is invisible. So this is simple position. This is how. Next stage is surface inclination. Here the surface is inclined to VP. Right, now it is parallel. If I tilt in this manner, it is making some inclination with VP. Right, how this can be captured? When you look at from the top, I could see an inclined line. When I look at from the front, I could see a skewed shape of this object, right? So keep your protector in this manner. This is the point. Draw, so pi, let me just take pi as 45 degree for an example. So this could be 90 and this could be 45. Look at here. Here the object is Either it can be inclined in this manner or in this manner. So, what I am going to do is I am tilting this object in this manner. So, always we keep the right side as resting point. So, this is what? So, this is how it is. Now, it is inclined at an angle of 45 degree with VP. So, always I keep the right hand side, that is BC, as resting. So, keep a point here and draw a 45 degree. Now, measure the distance between D and C, keeping at this point, cut an arc. So, now this is the line which has been inclined at an angle of 45 degree, that is pi. So, which are the corners are resting? Look at here, this side is resting, that is C and B are resting. C and B are resting. Therefore, this point can be C1 and this can be B1. What about this point? This is D and A. So, D1 and A1. So, in order to get the final view of the front, that is front view, simply project it upwards, vertically upwards. And from the front view, draw a horizontal line. Now, you could see the boundary. Within this boundary only, you are going to get the final front view. This object is a skew object. When you look at from the front, you could see a skew shape of the square. Now, I am going to do the mapping over here. A is here. Where is A? A and A are intersecting here. Therefore, this is A1 dash. B is here. B and B are intersecting here. Therefore, this is B1 dash. C is here. C and C are intersecting here. C1 dash. D is here. D is here. This is the intersection point. D1 dash. Right. So, now I am going to draw a dark line. A to B, B to C, C to D and D to A. So, this is the final front view of the object when the object is inclined with VP and perpendicular to the HP. So, let me just move to the condition number 6. What it says? It says the surface of the plane is inclined to both the planes. As of now, the fourth condition and fifth condition, the surface was inclined to any one of the plane. When it comes to 6, here the surface of plane is inclined to both HP and VP. Here the method, in order to draw the projection, the change of position method is used. Change of position method is used to draw the projections. When the plane is perpendicular, that is inclined to any one of the plane, two stages were there, right? Simple position and the surface inclination. When the plane is inclined to both the planes, in that scenario, it will be 3 stages. So, for an example, it's a XY line, X, Y, above VP and HP. Here the condition could be, if I keep this object in this manner, it is parallel to HP and perpendicular to VP. This is parallel to VP and perpendicular to HP. If I keep the object in this manner, now it is perpendicular to both the plane. If I tilt this object, now it is inclined to HP and perpendicular to VP. If I tilt in this manner, now it is inclined to VP, right? Some inclination with VP and perpendicular to HP. Then how this is be satisfied? If I keep this object in this manner, now this is my left hand is a HP and the board is a VP. Look at here. Now it is make some inclination with VP and some inclination with HP. Right. So this is how the object would be placed. So I will give a detailed explanation in a separate videos with some problems in order to make you understand. Before that, I just make you understand about the 3 stages. First stage is for the simple resting or simple position. This is simple position. And stage 2 belongs to surface inclination. surface inclination. And the third stage, which belongs to edge inclination or any special conditions So 3 stages will be there. You will get total 6 diagrams. That is simple position. For an example, the object is in this manner. Now it is resting on HP. So the true shape will be obtained on the HP. So you will draw the true shape here, then project the line and you draw the line. Now the object is inclined to HP. The surface is inclined to HP. So you will draw a inclined line here, then you will draw a skew shape of the object on HP. Later, this resting side is inclined at an angle of pi with VP. Then you will draw an inclined line and the skew shape will be captured here. Then the final front view, you will, by plotting all the projectors, you will get the skew shape of the final front view. So with all the various shapes which I have shown, that is square, rectangle, triangle, the polyhedral, that is pentagon, hexagon, and the circular lamina. I will give a detailed explanation with examples, right? The example problems I will try to solve in the separate videos. Hope you have understood the concept of the projections of plane surfaces. Thank you.